Are you someone who's struggling with trying to lose weight and it feels like no matter what you do, the pounds just will not come off? Well, if so, you could be like me and you're someone who has atrociously bad genetics for losing weight. Quick backstory, I've lost 70 pounds since I started my fitness journey, and through that time, I had to do really an egregious amount of exercise and dieting to get down to a point where I had abs for the very first time in my life. But I went from 220 pounds of overweight beefiness down to a lean and mean 150 pounds at my lightest. And in this video, I wanna go through what you have to actually go through in order to lose weight if you are someone who has bad genetics for losing weight and how you can actually get shredded for the first time. Without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, welcome back to the Lifting Nomad. My name is Alex, and if you're new to the channel here, I pretty much just travel, lift weights, and enjoy my life while doing so. If that sounds interesting, feel free to check out some of the other videos down below, everything from travel destinations to workout tips while staying abroad, everything like that. But yeah, in this video, I wanna go through kind of my full day of eating, training, steps, how it works for someone who has a hard time losing weight. Throughout my entire life that I can remember, I've always struggled with keeping the weight off, even when I was my most lean, like a bad cheat meal and I would just blow through it. And the reality is that what you see on Instagram, like some people saying they're eating like 3,500, 4,000, 4,500 calories and they're still not gaining weight. I don't know. You know, personally, I find it just a little bit cap, as the reality was when I had to lose this much weight, I was eating pretty much around like 1,700 to 1,800 calories a day while doing 6-day-a-week push-pull legs, while doing 7 days a week of 45 minutes cardio. And keep in mind, before you jump to conclusions, this was using a food scale with MyFitnessPal with no cheat meals and no alcohol. This was accounting for essentially everything I possibly could. So that is as accurate as imaginable, 1,800 calories to lose weight. So, I mean, maybe they're just fortunate that they can eat 4,000 calories. I cannot even fathom that. I think if I ate 4,000 calories for a week, I would likely gain 3 to 4 pounds within that week, and then I would be just a complete whale. So right now, I'm just finishing up a few-month trip down to Buenos Aires, Argentina. So I've begun my cut for the summer, as I haven't really gotten like proper shredded in a couple of years. And this year I did want to kind of dial up the intensity and get back to a point where I was super happy with my beach body. So we're up bright and early. It's like 6:30 here in Buenos Aires, which for comparison back home, that's like 2:30 or 3. Porteños really don't get up that early at all. So this is like a very advantageous time to get up and go to the gym. So first things first, I'm having just like a really simple breakfast where fueling my body with carbs and protein for my workout. That way I can have like a good pump and a good session at the gym. So we're going in with 2 breakfast sandwiches, low calorie bread, some light cream cheese, and then I've actually found the leanest meat down here for like breakfast sandwiches to be like a jamon crudo, which is like kind of a prosciutto higher end ham cut. And believe it or not, it's just like the lowest calories that I could find and the highest protein. So this is 120 gram package, and in the whole package is 240 calories and 39 grams of protein with 12 grams of fat. So tons and tons of protein in this, and really like fairly cheap for it. So typically I'll have 2 of these breakfast sandwiches, and then to go along with that, I'm gonna have a pack of blueberries as well to get the antioxidants in. Knock that back with some pre-workout and creatine mixed into with some ice water before I head to the gym. Total calories for meal number 1, we're sitting around 440 calories with 35 grams of protein. So usually I try to match like 100 calories for 10 grams of protein. That way, right now I can only eat like 1,800 calories. So I need to make sure I'm having 10 grams of protein per each calorie. That way to ensure I am losing weight. Right now I'm sitting around 5'11", 172, 173 pounds. I've just finished my bulk. Again, guys, this is bad genetics. A bulk for me, my abs are gone at 173 pounds. Just is what it is. I need to get down to under 160 in order to see my abs. So we're gonna knock back this breakfast sandwich, head to the gym, get a little workout in, do a ton of cardio as well, and I'll see you guys there. at the flat after a big back day. Did about 45 minutes of cardio as well. Lately, I've just been really focused on trying to get as many steps in through the day, eating as many like whole natural foods as I can, not trying to eat as much processed as I used to. I think it was affecting a lot of like my digestion, my headaches, my sleep quality, all that. So we're focusing on the real stuff, you know, pretty much just like untouched food from like veggies to fruit to like meat and animal products, basically. Now, I'm not like a huge believer in not enjoying like alcohol or a cheat meal every now and then. I think it's an important part of having a balanced approach to fitness. But just lately, I wanted to kind of see what it's going to feel like and how I'm going to look on an actual proper diet. Now, with that being said, I did a little bit of prep work this morning. We're about 11:30 in the morning now. So I'm going to head to a little bit of a coffee shop, do about an hour just kind of journaling and coming up with some ideas for content. So we're going to go get a little Americano, chill in the coffee shop for a bit, and then we'll be back in the flat for meal number 2, and we'll see you there.
Bien, ¿y vos? Muy bien, por suerte. Solo para mí cold brew.
Ok, súper.
Para acá también.
Bien. Ahora mi compañera te cobra, yo te lo preparo.
Claro, gracias.
Por favor.
Sí, sí.
All right, we're back at the flat. Did a little bit of work at the coffee shop there, got some content ideas written down. And now it is time for meal number 2. And we're doing like kind of a ground beef, mushrooms, cherry tomatoes, and 2 eggs. Kind of just like like a stir fry or just like a one pan sort of meal. So we're doing 250 grams of ground beef, about 100 grams of tomatoes, and about 200 grams of mushrooms. And then 2 eggs for this. So for the whole lunch, we're coming in at 650 calories and about 65 grams of protein. So, and then again, really sticking to that 100 calories, 10 grams of protein to make sure that I can hit my as close to 170 to 180 grams per day. Right now, like I said, I'm weighing in about 173 pounds. So trying to get as much and as close to that number as I can. This is like a really filling, sort of healthy, hearty meal that I'd like to have. Typically don't cook much sauce in this. I'm just gonna pan fry off the beef, and then once that's cooked, gonna put the mushrooms and cherry tomatoes in there and let that cook into the juices as well, and trying to kind of caramelize in it, absorb some of those delicious salty flavors. Finish it off with 2 eggs at the end. Really high protein, delicious meal. I eat this all the time. Super, super simple. And you know, for someone like me who doesn't like to cook very complex meals, or even can cook very complex meals for that matter, it does kind of fit the bill for what I'm looking to do. After this, I'm gonna go for a walk, try and get in another like 4,000 to 5,000 steps, maybe like a 30, 45 minute walk. Shouldn't take me too long around this neighborhood. It's really beautiful. It's kind of a nice day. I can't tell if it's gonna rain. Maybe I will get a little wet, but we will see what happens. So I am going to cook this off, eat my lunch, and then we'll get into some steps as well. All right, we're back at the pad after some coffee and some work this afternoon. It is now 6:30 p.m. I am hungry. I've not eaten since meal number 2. We're at about 12,000 steps. I did a little bit of a walk after the coffee break. But that's kind of just the reality. When you're training and dieting this much, you are going to get hungry. It's unfortunate. I just literally cannot eat more food or I don't lose weight. It's just how my metabolism works. That's the whole point of this video. So we are actually going to head to the gym. I have dinner at 8:30. I'm going out with some friends for a Japanese restaurant. So I'm going to try and see what kind of healthy foods I can choose from there. I've got about 700 calories left in the window for today. So not much, but should put me around 1,800 total for the day. You're gonna have to ballpark a little bit for dinner, but I think it's important to understand how you can still eat out as well. So I'm gonna go hit like 40 minutes on the treadmill on incline, likely watch a couple shows, and then see you guys after dinner. All right, we just finished dinner. Unfortunately, it was much darker in there than I realized, so I didn't get the chance to actually record any of the food that we were eating. But essentially, I had 2 different kinds of ceviches, 2 different kinds of rolls that I split with 2 of my friends. So I did my best, given the estimates of the grams on the menu, as well as what I know about seafood and sushi estimates, to give myself a maybe 700 calorie dinner.
with some of the specifics that I chose from MyFitnessPal. But all in for the day, about 1,850 calories. Again, part of the thing about traveling and estimating your calories is there is going to be a little bit of wiggle room. But either way, I can't see myself possibly being over 2,000 calories for today's meals, and finish the day at 21,000 steps. So quite a lot, and realistically with a 2-hour weightlifting period on top of an hour and a half of cardio that I did today, I should be in a deficit. Even with that, considering I had 2,000 calories, I may actually be in a surplus. That is the life of having absolute shit genetics. So hopefully this was useful to see what it's actually like to try and lose weight when you do have a body that doesn't metabolize very well. It is difficult, but it is what it is. You know, at the same time, I have a full head of hair. I look at least like 5 years younger than I actually am. And we're gonna keep rolling with the punches and try and get shredded for summer. So hopefully this video was useful and gave you a little bit of reassurance of what it's like to actually try and lose weight if you are someone who has a hard time doing it. Thank you very much for watching. If this video was useful, feel free to leave a like or comment in the section below. Always helps the algorithm. But as always, my name's Alex. Welcome back to Lifting Nomad. We'll see you next one. Peace.